There's a line drive high and deep to left. It is gone! 3-run home run, Kyle Kubat. Fly ball to left, Sweeney hit well, and Charlie Capsella, what a play! Here's a line drive out to center field. It's a grand slam! Going back is Shaw. He is going to get there. What a catch! And he's going to hop over the fence while doing it. What a coming home. It's Morales to throw. On double hop. Is it in time? It is in time! Here's a rocket. Deep left field. Does this have a chance to go? It is gone! Go ahead, homer. Tyler Wilkins on the first pitch. Play called for a back on the 14th, and there's number 100. Stephen Devaney with a line drive to left. He's 2 for 2. And with triple digits for number 1 as difference. And here's a ground ball shooting through the left side. And Kingsway has won the Ralph Shaw opener. Here we go. Fly ball deep left center field. And it is gone. Grand slam. Scott Lynch, grand slam. Is the man of the hour. There's a ground ball that's going to go into center field. It's going to be picked up, and it's going to be booted. Here comes the runner to the plate, and Pittman has won it in extras. Walk-off single, Jude Engstrom. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Just like they drew it up in Hollywood. Caladros, the 3-2. Swing and a miss! And the Audubon Green Wave have upset the Kingsway Dragons in the Ralph Shaw Classic.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the regular season is coming to a close this week, and we kick it off right here with Bordentown and Audubon and out-of-conference soccer here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. With my producer, Donna, I'm Dan. We've got a wonderful one in store for us this afternoon between a team that's doing pretty well in the Burlington County League right now, the Bordentown Scotties, having a good record this year with Jason Zablo as the head coach here in 2023. This is the first time that these two teams have met since we have records going back to 2010 rather, but it's going to be a good matchup no matter what. Remember, Audubon on Monday tied Haddon Township, and despite it being a 1-1 tie, it was their best showing since 2010, with Haddon Township, the perennial Group 1 state contender, having fallen on hard times in 2023. With a 4-9-2 record, Audubon got their first tie since October of 2021, when they also had a 1-1 tie versus Woodstown, and the first tie at home since September of 2020 versus Sterling. Let's take a look at Jason Zablo's Bordentown Scotties varsity roster. We've got the freshman Everett Barrett, Ethan Boscheman, Marco Carlini, Nick Carlini, Anthony Crisostomo. We've got Luke Guire, Riley Hagan. By the way, Luke Guire, Bordentown baseball star as well. Bordentown is playing Audubon in baseball this year for the second straight year in a row. So if you're a Bordentown fan, might have something to look forward to in April of 2024. After that, Joseph Klama, Tyler Kunkel, Preston Lewis, and Austin Thiel to close it out. And for the Audubon Green Wave, as coached by the veteran himself, Mike Thomas. It's going to be Zach Fayer, the sophomore, Tyler Wiltsey, Audubon's leading goal scorer for the second year in a row. It's going to be George Heller, the junior, Ben Cameron on the defense as the sophomore, the midfielder, junior, Nick Caladros. After that, Trent Bannell in goal, Anastasios Navratidis, one of the top freshmen of the year, according to NJ.com. There is a poll right now on NJ.com from Matt Cosentino, so make sure to vote for that. And if you're an Audubon fan, vote for your own Anastasios Navratidis. After that, though, Hassan Kasich pick in the starting order along with R.J. Homa and Blaise LaFrance. But I think it goes without saying that this is going to be a good game overall. Bordentown's over 500 and so is Audubon. These two teams haven't really met before, but they've played teams that Audubon has played before. They've got mutual teams. They've played Riverside before. They've played Cinnamonston before. There's a lot of these teams that share several opponents between each other, but these two teams haven't met in a long, long time. We're going to take a quick break right before these guys get underway here from the Green Wave Turf. If you're joining, whether it's from Burlington County up in central Jersey or whether you're right here in Audubon, I'm Dan Wilkins here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting as we have our second to last regular season game of the 2023 campaign for the Audubon Green Wave. We'll take a quick break.
Garden State Pet Center is an independently owned full-service pet store. Our specialty is promoting companionship between people and animals by providing the healthiest product choices available, including all-natural foods, supplements that support and relieve health issues, and innovative products for pet parents. Our goal is to provide our customers with a relaxing environment, and while we're not striving to be the biggest store on the East Coast, we're striving to be the best. No other pet store will make you feel at home like we do. At Garden State Pet Center, we view pets as members of the family. We don't believe in fast, high-pressure sales, but instead matching up the right pet with the right owners as you are making a lifelong commitment. Together with our team members, we would like your visit to our store to be both enjoyable and educational. Simply drop in and take a look around. View the birds, reptiles, small animals, toys, food, cages, and miscellaneous items. Learn of the services we have to offer and decide for yourself if this is the store you'd like to call your home away from home.
Victor Santucci, owner of Garden State Pet Center. Visit us today at 226 South Whitehorse Pike in Audubon, New Jersey. We're open 7 days a week for all of your pets' needs.
Here from the Green Wave Turf, it's the Bordentown Scotties in the Audubon Green Wave here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. We've got a good one in store this afternoon between two out-of-conference teams scheduled against each other for the second to last regular season game for
the Green Wave. Bordentown still has 2 left after today. They play Pennsauken on October the 20th, which is this Friday, and then they close out the regular season versus Hamilton West and the Hornets, my father's high school, on the 23rd. For the Green Wave, this is their second to last game and their second of 3 this week at home. They play the Sterling Silver Knights on Friday the 20th. We will not be there as we have DWB football commitments, but don't forget, playoffs start next Wednesday, October the 25th, which should be a 3 o'clock or 3:30 game right here at home, assuming Audubon doesn't fall further in the power points. Right now, they are 5th in South Jersey Group 1 rankings. They were as high as 3rd, but after the tie to Haddon Township and also Woodstown and Glassboro, both passed them in the rankings. But after last year being a 7 seed and being on the outside looking in after a 3-0 win over Pennsville, now things are going to change a little bit for the Green Wave, and the outlook is going to change as we exit the regular season. I'm Dan Wilkins, here with my producer Donna Wilkins, our graphics crew Gavin Van Rel, Caleb Lane, and Liam Nolan, and our social media coordinator Anthony DePalma. It is a beautiful day here in Audubon. Not that much of, I mean, there is some sun poking out through those clouds, but a mostly clear day, about 50-50 between the clouds and the sun. And for the weather this afternoon, it's 64 degrees, low humidity, low wind, and by the time we're done here tonight, going to be 62 degrees. And of course, it's going to start raining Friday and Saturday for, what, the 7th weekend in a row?
I'm glad I'm not producing this weekend.
Yeah, I would say that as well. But Bordentown lining up on the right side of your screen with the white and black jerseys. Audubon on the left side of your screen with the green jerseys with yellow accents and white numbers. 80 minutes of soccer here in South Jersey from the Audubon Green Waves home turf here in Audubon. Let's get ready to go. Well, quite an emphatic start from Trent Bannell, and we get an emphatic start right away as that one is sent out of bounds in the first 3 seconds of the game off the leg of Austin Thiel, the Bordentown senior. Going to be thrown back in by Blaise LaFrance. Up the air for Riley Hagan. Blocked by George Heller. That's going to roll past midfield. Throw in by the Scotties. Anastasios with a kick across his body and getting leveled out. No foul with Hassan Kasich and number 27, Anthony Crisostomo. That was a close one right there. Just looked like everybody's cleats got tangled up and both of them took hard falls. Playing physical already in the first 2 minutes with Everett Barrett, the freshman, in the barrage of white and black. Keeps it on the ground with Thiel. Number 22, Preston Lewis, class of 26 sophomore. This one's going to go back and forth across the center line. Tyler Wilkes setting it up for George Heller. He had 2 goals on Friday versus Woodstown in a 4-0 win on the 13th. Couldn't get it to go. Number 20 on that one, Tyler Kunkel, another sophomore, and a generally young team. As we said, a few freshmen starting, class of 27 for the Scotties, including Everett Barrett, Marco Carlini, and Anthony Crisostomo. Is it on the ground? Up in the air. Anastasios gets that one off, but it'll go right back into the Bordentown defense with Preston Lewis. Back to number 17, Luke Dwyer, again a member of that Bordentown baseball team for the Scotties. Gets off the head of LaFrance with a slight deflection. Heron off the side. Bordentown's driving, giving Bantle some pressure. Ball still in play off the foot of Heron, and that one will finally go out of play. This broadcast is brought to you by Garden State Pet Center, the place to be for all things pet-related, from the healthiest product choices available for your pet's food, including toys, cages, accessories, and more. Visit today, 226 Whitehorse Pike in Audubon, open 7 days a week, or visit online anytime at exoticpetsnj.com. Popped up in the air for Nick Carlini. Two Carlini fellas on this team, Marco Carlini, the freshman, and then the junior Nick Carlini. As, speaking of, Marco Carlini sends that one out. And Zach Fayer's going to throw it in. Gets it off the chest. That one's out of play. Spikes the throw.
Straight up, guys. Great.
And goes out. Nice throw from the ball carrier. Nice deflection there by Luke Guire. Was able to intercept right from the throw-in. Aaron gets kind of an awkward balance kick. Gets it off the chest of number 3, Riley Hagan. Homa tips it a little bit, keeps it on the ground. Just under 5 minutes into this one. Bordentown and Audubon going back and forth, pretty even in the possessions. Been quite physical on the defensive side of the ball. We've had a couple trip-ups, but no fouls yet. I know on Monday there was a lot of controversy in terms of, how the refs did their job versus the Haddon Township game. And did I think every call that the refs made was correct? No, but that's just how the game works. Not everybody's going to get it perfect. Not every umpire is going to call 100% correct strikes. And I said, during the broadcast, I still believe this point that Anastasios goes down, but I believe that in 5 or so years, there's going to be a lot of high school varsity soccer games canceled because of a lack of refs. I think that right now we are in the last edge of the window where there's referees that are still signing up and getting paid to do these kinds of games, especially with the treatment that they receive sometimes. Bantle's going to get that in, but a lot of it's confirmation bias. If the call doesn't go your way, you think the refs are against you. If the calls go your way, you don't really bat an eye to it. And maybe we won't see it for football because football is a more popular sport in America than it is, than it is for soccer. But maybe we won't see a shortage of baseball umpires. But especially for soccer, a sport that's already having some teams close their doors because of a lack of participation. Well, I think even with 2 referees per game, you're going to start seeing the same thing for soccer, especially if things keep going that way, as that one goes just past Kasich and onto the Bordentown sideline. Bordentown 8-6-1 this year with Jason Zablau as the head coach. But right now, the only team that these two have, mutual contests against this year would be Riverside, a team that Audubon beat 4-0 under the lights on September the 11th. But they've played some of the best in Group 1. They started off the season 2-0. Actually, they started off the season 4-1 with wins over Florence, New Egypt, Cinnaminson, and Northern Burlington, and then a loss in the middle of that 5-game stretch to the Burlington Township Falcons, a team that we covered in the first week of October. That one's kept on the ground on a shot by Joseph Klammer. LaFrance in the air, and that one is knocked down. Stays in play for number 0, Christian Matamoros. Keeps it high in the air.
One sitting with you, man. Back. Good, Terry. Good, drop him. Go.
Wilkins sent high in the air. Excuse me, that would be Ethan Boschman in the goal. He has number 1 on his roster, but number 00 on his jersey. 54 saves this year in 12 games for Boschman. 111 in his junior year in 2022. Has a high of 9 saves this year in a 1-0 win versus Cinnaminson on September the 18th. But yeah, after that, I mean, it was definitely a rough start to the month of October for the Scotties as they lost their first 3 games during the month. Palmyra, which is leading South Jersey Group 1 power points right now, they beat them 3-1 at home. Then they lost to Holy Cross Prep, which is right now 4th in the non-public B power points, and then lost 3-2 to Florence, the same team that they had beat on opening day on September the 7th. They tied Riverside, lost to Holy Cross Prep on the 12th, and then beat West Hampton Tech 4-1. As it's getting rough over on that far sideline, Tyler Wiltsey goes past everybody and goes back to the defense for Joseph Klama. But as we said, they have 2 games left. Actually, excuse me, tomorrow they play Pennsauken in Pennsauken at 4 o'clock, and then they play Hamilton West, the Hamilton West Hornets, at 6:30 p.m. on the 23rd. Stas was looking for a call, didn't get it. Goes back down just past Caladros, number 20, Tyler Kunkel. And hold on, now we have a Bordentown player down. They're going to stop the clock here. 30-26 here in the first half. That was number 3, being Riley Hagan. Seemed like he was down for a little bit and then was able to get up on his own volition. But yeah, about 10 minutes into this one, actually closer to 9.5. But coming in would be number 6, Connor Oswari. Now we will restart. Keeping it on the ground and falling is Theo. Ooh. You could tell Caladros was a bit shaken up on that one. That was a little bit of self-sabotage there. I mean, like we said, the biggest killer when it comes to these kind of games is not communicating. As Bandel's going to knock that one down. That's as close as you could get. But the cat-like reflexes from TB15 keep it a 0-0 game. Bandel's going to send this one away.
Super faint.
Not even attempting!
Anastasios with a block.
Go! Really dominated the middle, let's go!
That'll be a whistle right there. So we'll go to Audubon, looks like. LaFrance keeps it on the ground. Fair letting it roll. Down towards the corner, Homa lets it fly, keeps it on the ground. The shot no good. Another shot blocked from Kasich. That one's blocked again. Again, a little self-sabotage towards the far corner and the abandoned Golden Corral. Don't have a better word for it. It's abandoned Golden Corral.
I missed that Golden Corral.
It was very nice, but I think it got caught up in a
Tax scandal.
Yeah, tax scandal. But there really hasn't been any Golden Corrals around here. There was one in the Rancocas area.
They closed all of them, I think.
I don't think they closed all the Golden Corrals because I still see
No, I
commercials.
mean in New Jersey.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I still see Golden Corral commercials on TV. And by the way, if you're new to Dan Wilkins Broadcasting, these are the kind of tangents that are normal here. But no, I mean, look at this. It's gonna go back to the goalkeeper Boschman. It was a convoluted play if I've ever seen one, but that goes out to LaFrance on the far sideline. Keeps it on the ground. Bordentown driving. Great footwork from Kunkel. 3-on-1. Kunkel goes down.
How'd you miss that? Sir, come on. I made you 3 times already. You're not going to Hey, keep your mouth shut. Let me ref and you keep quiet, okay? Because I'll give you a referee. You can have a referee application. We need them. No one said anything. You said it 3 times over here. Somebody has it.
Heller gets that one.
We had a bit of a rough game the last time. Yeah.
I hear one more thing. I'll get rid of it.
I don't think he did either, but I think he's seen. It was a bad game. Yeah.
It's going to be sent in by Joseph Klama.
But it was so bad. Yeah, that's how bad it was.
Here comes the throw in from Klama. Gets a good shot. Daniel's going to go right in front of him. And now he'll let it space out a little bit. He was going to throw that thing in heavy traffic. Now he lets it fly.
Come on. Hey.
On.
And that's out of play. George Heller slips up a little bit there. It's down there by Everett Barrett. Bayer gets out of bounds there after the charge by Carlini. This will be a throw in by Bordentown's Guire. Lets that one fly. Goes back down to Carlini. Blocked by Homa. Goes back the other way for Wiltsey. Wiltsey's going to drive here. He's got a good opportunity. Audubon's leading goal scorer. Going to try to cross up here. Got a play, and a couple of guys came together there. And fortunately, I think Ethan Boschman was in that. Yeah, I think he was in that kind of scramble there, because it looked like a whole bunch of people came together right at the goalpost. But this will be a corner for La France. Here comes the corner, no good. Back to Kunkel.
Come on, Mark.
Carlini. Fayer gets tripped up there. What's that play? And we'll have a couple subs coming in for the Scotties here with about 16 minutes into the ball game. Number 4, Connor Fresco, the senior, being one of them, and number 2, Addison Kennedy, another senior for the Scotties, coming into this one early. Ben Cameron lets it fly from the goalpost. Popped up off of Guire. Addison Kennedy already on the defense. Just 10 seconds after coming in. Thrown into the fire, if you will. And now we have another sub. Casey Cameron in for Audubon. And Hassan Kasich will be taken out. Remember, Casey Cameron scored a goal versus Lindenwald earlier this month. That was the second of his career and the first in 2 years since his sophomore year in a game versus Haddon Heights in 2021. Here's a pop-up. Lands short of midfield. Heller gets that one still in the air. Seems like Audubon's doing a good job of blocking especially towards the goalpost, but Bannell's going to go get that one out to his left. Bannell with a shot. A couple heads came together on that one.
The ball will definitely go away.
Yes, sir. Sit back.
Here comes a chance. Oh, and Boscheman gets in the middle of that. Casey Cameron was in the middle as well. And this is going to set up another corner for LaFrance. No good. Shot in the air by Cameron, takes a hop, and Boscheman is there to thwart the threat. Boscheman pops it up towards the far sideline. Kennedy lets it go out. A liner on the ground gets back in Audubon's possession with LaFrance. Wiltsey to Cameron. Bordentown intercepts. Off the chest of Anthony Grilletto. Out of play. Throw from McGuire. One hops. That one stays on the ground. No Fertitas. Spinning around, he's got wide open space. That one inadvertently went the other way off of Connor Fresco. Headed down by Guire, and look out. Look out. I saved you. I saved you. That was headed right for your cranium
said, look
right
out,
there.
and I turned, and it was right in my face.
I saved you right there.
Thank you. You should. I'm a good mom. Come on.
And a good producer at that.
Probably better producer than mom. Just kidding.
Well, right now we've got just under half to go in the half, if that makes sense. 20 minutes to elapsed, 20 minutes to go in the first half. Ben Cameron way out there. Bordentown takes control. Going to be short, but Jason Zablo is going to have some words about that. I think maybe they called an offsides or something like that. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe a push, but I didn't see the signal.
There's really no hand signals, is there?
Well, there are some.
Do the refs use hand signals like in football?
Yes. A lot of them are more interchangeable.
Oh, I got you.
So it's yeah. And I think also because soccer is less universally watched, especially in this area of the country, it takes a while for us people to learn those. I've only recently, like if you watch some of my old broadcasts from like 2021 of Audubon soccer, you'll hear me just say whistle, not foul.
Yeah.
Not like offsides. I just say whistle.
Oh, you were just learning it.
Yeah, I was learning the game, and I'm still learning the game. I'm still learning it, even in my senior year of high school. But you learn it step by step. Riley Hagan in for Bordentown. He was taken out a couple of minutes ago with an injury concern. So it looks like he is back to 100% now, or at least back to playable condition. Everett Barrett, the freshman, he's driving. He's got a sea of green and gold in front of him. Here comes a chance. And it's Stasios. Going to send it the other way. Crosses up Hagan. Sends it back out to Casey Cameron. That was almost a head-on collision right there with Fayer and Connor Oswari, headed by LaFrance. That glare that's reflecting down on the turf, definitely somewhat of an eyesore, but it's like glistening on the grass or on the turf, as you can see on the bottom of your screen. It's coming through good, yeah. It's just, you know, the sun is right in between a couple pockets of clouds, so that's going to change the landscape. It's going to change the temperature a little bit, you know, even if marginally. It's going to change it a little bit throughout the course of the day. You know, it's not like it's a clear blue sky. It's not like it's completely covered with clouds. It's kind of in that gray area where, you know, sometimes you're covered in a in a forceful sun, and then other times, you know, you kind of retreat. Casey Cameron gets blocked by Joseph Klama. Everett Barrett driving again. We've seen this before. Pass back out to number 20, Tyler Kunkel. Kunkel 3-on-1, and he pile drives with Zach Fayer, and that will go to Trent Bannell. So Bannell will send this one away. Headed by Everett Barrett. Comes a nice drive by Connor Fresco. Gets the shot, and Bannell blocks it. Knocks it down and keeps it scoreless here in the first. I mean, you're seeing every week how much of a team leader Trent Bannell is. He's possibly the most outwardly upset person when the team loses, and he's possibly the most energetic guy when the team wins. I'm not saying that the rest of the team is lackadaisical, you know, with how their energy is, but Trent Bannell, I don't know what he drinks in the morning. I don't know if he has like 8 cups of coffee at like 7. Yeah, right?
Must.
He must, yeah. That's Mrs. Bannell to my left, but he's got to have something in that balanced breakfast, something in the extra sugar cereal bowl that's giving him all that energy. I mean, when Audubon tied Haddon Township on Monday, I could literally hear from over here on the center line of the field, I could hear him slapping the goalpost in frustration. I think he was even like punching the goalpost in frustration, which we've seen before with some people. That can break your hand, but if you're not careful. Oh, Ben Cameron goes down. Oh, wow. Talk about some reverb right there. Still on the far sideline and still in play for number 22, Preston Lewis. Again, Audubon 11-4-1 this year, looking for their best season since 2014. I mean, yes, the 14-8 record was good in 2022, but this is a step above that. I think that the way Audubon has played this regular season, along with kind of a subdued Colonial Conference, you know, maybe there aren't that many teams in the Colonial Conference, because remember, the Colonial Conference is made up of 10 teams. It's a pretty small conference compared to like Tri-County or BCSL, which make up an entire county. Colonial is only a couple schools. And Anastasio's not happy about that foul, but it'll be a free kick for Bordentown and for Austin Thiel. The Bordentown's the Haddons, Heights, Haddonfield, and Haddon Township, Audubon, Woodbury, Gloucester. Oh, wow, he slipped on the turf as he sent it away, so the kick is short. But you've got like West Deptford, Woodbury, I'm trying to think, Paulsboro as well, 9, and then I don't know why I'm blanking on the other one. Oh, Sterling. So that's 10 teams right there. There's a pop-up. Here comes a line shot. No good. Close as you can get for Luke Guire. It's out of play. But the Colonial Conference, compared to something like the Tri-County or the BCSL, which is where Bordentown is a member, the Colonial Conference is rather small. So when you see how many times these teams play each other, it's no wonder an 11-4 record can bring you all the way to the top of the conference. And right now for Audubon, as we said, they're 5th in South Jersey Group 1. They were as high as 3rd, but there's really no challenging Palmyra and Shalleck for the top teams in South Jersey Group 1. They, you know, it's not Haddon Township really anymore. It's not Glassboro. Glassboro, I think, is 4th right now. But Audubon is almost guaranteed a home game on Wednesday the 25th. Now, it originally was going to be Burlington City and the Blue Devils that they were going to play, but now it looks like, depending on where they place, if they place 5th, they would play the 11th seed, which is right now Gateway, a team that Audubon has had its woes with before. Or if they finish 6th, if they drop all the way to 6th by the end of the regular season, then they would play Haddon Township, the number 12 seed. But what is also an important game is that Buna is around that as well. With about, 12 minutes left in the half. But Buna is the 6th seed. Gateway is the 11th seed as of this taping. So Buna plays Gateway on the 19th. Buna plays Gateway tomorrow. So that's a big implication for South Jersey Group 1, especially for Audubon. Because if Gateway can beat Buna, they move up a couple spots, Buna moves down a couple spots, and Audubon has a completely different opponent on Wednesday. Now, we were going to cover that game, but we have a concert we're attending in Collingswood tomorrow night. The former Genesis guitarist Steve Hackett will be seeing him at the Scottish Rite Theater tomorrow night. So no broadcast tomorrow. But a couple of subs coming in here. Sean Rizzi for the Green Wave, followed by number 10, Everett Barrett. And Addison Kennedy for the Scotties. Coming out is going to be Riley Hagan, and along with that, number 6, Connor Oswari. This broadcast is brought to you by Tommy D's Home Improvement Center, the place to be for wholesale kitchen cabinets and countertops at heavily discounted rates compared to big box retailers. That one goes in and out of the box and out of play. But you can visit their in-person location, their second in-person location, actually, on the corner of Creek Road and Harding Avenue, address 612 Creek Road in Belmar, located next to the 42 on-ramp. Exit 14, around that Belmar area. It's in an interesting place, but we would like to thank Alex Winkler and Brad Benedetto, all those wonderful folks over at Tommy D's for sponsoring us. But still, if you are interested in being one of those sponsors, we're going to play everyone's commercials at halftime. But if you'd like to be a sponsor of Dan Wilkins Broadcasting, send me an email at thedanwilkinsshow@gmail.com. Sponsorship deals start for as little as $150, and money goes towards refurbishing and upgrading our equipment, along with travel costs, along with that my college fund, because I'm a senior this year, so it will also help for college, and it goes to a whole bunch of different causes for what we do. Again, the equipment, the college, everything in between. This is going to be a corner. Yes, a lot of expenses.
That's the mom over here, right?
Well, no, I mean, seriously, you know, people ask why we sell sponsorships for so much money, but the reason why is because it's so expensive to have a crew like this for broadcasts. So we try to make it as reasonable as possible, and also we're providing a service. We film commercials on site, we film, edit, record commercials as well. We do the editing, we put in visual graphics, we do everything like that. I sometimes do the voiceovers for the commercial. Yeah. So, you know, we do a lot, and with some of the schools that we're going to in Central Jersey and especially in North Jersey for baseball in 2023, which I am very excited to announce our 2024 baseball schedule in the winter. But what's going to be very interesting with the travel costs is the price of gas. It costs a lot for us to go up to these Central Jersey schools. But even if you're not a small business owner, and even if you're not interested in a sponsorship, we do have a Venmo at DW Broadcasting. Again, that's DW-Broadcasting. If you'd like to make a donation to our DW Broadcasting business and hopefully contribute to our efforts in trying to cover South Jersey high school and collegiate sports all over the area, all over the state, even some tri-state games, if you will. But whether you'd like to make a sponsorship or contribute a donation, anything is genuinely and wonderfully appreciated. All right, rant over. 8 minutes left in the first half. That one goes towards the near sideline. Addison Kennedy going to get that one out of bounds, and we've got a sub coming in. Hassan Kasik, the Turkish midfielder, coming in, and getting taken out will be Casey Cameron. Getting subbed back in, Riley Hagan, and out of the ball game is number 4, Connor Fresco. Excuse me, this is going to be thrown by Fair. Goes past Anastasios to Anthony Crisostomo. Ben Cameron charging like a bull in a china shop, trying to get through there, gets blocked off the rear with number 24, Marco Carlini.
Yeah, all good.
That's popped up. Rizzy tried to get it, gets the header.
That's dangerous, guys. High kicks. White kick here, guys. Bring it back about 5. Bring it back 5.
That'll be a Bordentown kick. You can hear it right there.
You're good right there.
I always try to be quiet when we have a play over the middle so you can get a really good explanation, but here comes a free kick from Austin Beal. Around mid-range.
Yeah.
And here it goes. This one's a beautiful kick over the middle. He has distance on it. Battle blocks it. Wiltsey goes down. And that one's going to be headed to the rain garden. Sub coming in for Audubon, RJ Homa in, Anastasios Novratidis will take a rest. And just under 6 minutes left in the half. Don't forget, over 150 votes on our DWB Twitter polls over the past couple of days, and the voters have decided that on Friday, October the 20th, Pennsville and Pittman will be our fan vote game for DWB football from Davis Field at the Pittman Middle School. And on Saturday, October 21st, it'll be a hometown game. The Audubon Green Wave and the Paulsboro Red Raiders, 12:30 p.m. start. They won the Saturday runoff vote with 60% of the vote over Salem and Woodbury for Saturday. So I'm very excited to cover one last Audubon football game. I think it's only fair that for my last high school football season, it's only fair that the last regular season game is an Audubon game. We originally had Audubon Paulsboro scheduled, but then we took it off for the flex date, and we ended up putting it back on for the fact that they won the poll and the voters decided that they wanted to see an Audubon game. So I'm very excited to cover that. John Giovanetti and Brian Tortella, they're a great crew over there with Kevin Harvey as the head coach of the Paulsboro Red Raiders. And we've got another sub coming in. Nico Natale of the Bronx is in. We'll see who is out. That's thrown in.
He was 0-50 something the other day, and then he got a hit. He had it like 2 games ago, the first game. He's hit me.
Popped up by Heron.
Don't really work on that.
Yeah, back.
Here comes the shot. Bennell tries to block it over the middle, and he does. Wow. I think he had to take a minute to catch his breath, but man, I mean, he blocked it, and then it started rolling the other way. Man, that was a close call, as we may remain scoreless by the end of the first 40. At least this is a close game, unlike the Phillies last night.
But we enjoyed that.
Yes. 10-0, man. I never... Oh, there's a foul. I never would have thought that I would actually go to bed from a playoff game early.
Yeah.
I thought I would have stayed up to the 9th inning, but I took a shower, went to bed in like the bottom of the 8th inning. Never would have thought that I'd be in such a comfortable position that would happen. Here comes a free kick from Bordentown, and it is a liner right to Trent Bannell. But of course, game 3 tomorrow Game 3 tomorrow in Arizona. That's going to be tough. I think if the Phillies can at least win, you know, I don't want to seem pessimistic, but at the very least, they need to win 1 out of 3 in Arizona. But Arizona's a good home crowd for a new franchise that's, celebrating their 25th year. It's going to be tough, but maybe the Phils are going to be back in the World Series. I don't know. Bordentown wanted a handball there, didn't get it. Getting crossed up, but still keeping the play alive is Chris Estomo. And that one's out of play to the scorer's table. Just about 2 minutes left in the half. Ball's going to be brought back into play with Caladros and Heller. Rizzi will throw. Actually, no, Thayer will throw. This one's a boot, but it's right to Boschman, who makes the play. Don't forget, folks, that one's going to go the other way. Don't forget, folks, the clock on the bottom of your screen is not official. We try to keep as good a time as we can, but sometimes there's things that get lost in the motions, and we're sometimes off by a little bit, but that clock is a good approximation of what we think the time is, but we do not have an official scorekeeper on our crew, neither do we bug the refs for it, so. But usually it's pretty accurate, unless for extra time, so. This one's going to be sent away by Austin Thiel. Gets a liner, looks good. It is blocked by Bannell. Got some great height on it, and it takes 2 hops out of play. And we've got 2 more subs coming in for Bordentown here. Number 14, that being Faye Olorunisola. Getting subbed out is Hagen and number 24, Marco Carlini. Here comes the throw from Joseph Klama, and Bannell's got it. About 30 seconds, again, approximately, left in the half. Hopped way up. Coming back down with Olorunisola. Still on the far sideline, LaFrance puts his hands up. He goes for a tumble. Approaching the end of the first half, and at the end of the first half. A very good defensive first game, but a lot of the pressure's on Trent Bannell. We'll see if that seal holds any nicer. After 40, no score between the Bordentown Scotties and the Audubon Green Wave here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. We'll take a break and we'll be back in a few minutes for more out-of-conference soccer here on DWB. Garden State Pet Center is an independently owned full-service pet store. Our specialty is promoting companionship between people and animals by providing the healthiest product choices available, including all-natural foods, supplements that support and relieve health issues, and innovative products for pet parents. Our goal is to provide our customers with a relaxing environment, and while we're not striving to be the biggest store on the East Coast, we're striving to be the best. No other pet store will make you feel at home like we do. At Garden State Pet Center, we view pets as members of the family. We don't believe in fast, high-pressure sales, but instead matching up the right pet with the right owners, as you are making a lifelong commitment. Together with our team members, we would like your visit to our store to be both enjoyable and educational. Simply drop in and take a look around. View the birds, reptiles, small animals, toys, food, cages, and miscellaneous items. Learn of the services we have to offer and decide for yourself if this is the store you'd like to call your home away from home.
Victor Santucci, owner of Garden State Pet Center. Visit us today at 226 South Whitehorse Pike in Audubon, New Jersey. We're open 7 days a week for all of your pets' needs.
DJK Roofing is an American-owned company that cares about our customers. We answer the phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and offer financing options to keep cash in your pocket. Even in our busiest times, estimates happen within 24 hours if needed. Most jobs can be completed in 1 day. Our measurement techniques ensure accuracy, so there are no extra waste materials when we replace your roof. We treat our home like it's yours. From the biggest to the smallest jobs, the owner will be on site to oversee the operation. Our employees are not permitted to smoke on jobs, and cleanup is so good that it might be cleaner than when we arrive. For all your roofing needs, call DJK Roofing now.
Tommy D's Home Design Center has opened a second location on Creek Road in Belmar, operating in Philadelphia for over 25 years and now expanding into South Jersey. Tommy D's is the place to go for kitchen cabinets, countertops, and cabinet accessories, heavily discounted compared to big box retailers. Stop in, take a seat, and watch as our experienced kitchen designer makes the kitchen of your dreams right in front of you. Tommy D's is the best in the business for quality kitchen countertops and cabinets that fit all budgets. Call us today at 856-210-9504 or visit the new location in person on the corner of Creek Road and Harding Avenue in Belmar next to the 42 on-ramp. One half down, one half to go here from the Audubon Green Wave turf. It's a scoreless game here after 40. Still have 40 left to play, and we've got a good one in store as the Bordentown Scotties and the Audubon Green Wave have had something of a dogfight here in the first half. It's been a defensive back and forth, kind of load management kind of game where we've seen the substitutes and the bench pieces for both sides have themselves the ball as well. Been rather passive on the fouls, but honestly, don't really have anything to say about that because I'm not a soccer player. I can't really say whether they were right or wrong. But keep in mind, this is our last Audubon Green Wave soccer broadcast of the regular season. We will be back on Wednesday the 25th for coverage of the first round of playoffs between the Green Wave and whoever they may play on Wednesday. We'll find out by the end of the week who we play, but right now Audubon is 5th in the South Jersey Group 1 power points, so we will see where they stand, whether they play Gateway or Haddon Township. They were originally going to play Burlington City at first, but a lot of things changed in the power points that made that a different possibility. Bordentown on the left side of your screen with the black and white jerseys. Audubon on the right side with the green jerseys and yellow accents. Can't get enough of Bantle, huh?
Sorry, that cracked me up. Anybody heard? He made me laugh.
How does his hands not hurt from slapping the goalpost?
I don't want to make him mad, that's for sure.
Oh yeah. I could see Trent Bantle working as like a bouncer.
Yeah. I'm not crossing him.
That was almost a goal, but it goes across and out of play. But we're just having fun around here, just getting started in half number 2. Boschman going to send this one away. And a handball to be called here. It's to be sent away by Bordentown. With Austin Thiel, he kept it on the ground. Now he lets it fly, and that will be an offsides. Ben Cameron lets it fly. Heads it back to Bantle. Popped up. You can see it right there. Novropedis and Kasich weren't really communicating. I think Anastasios was, Hassan maybe not so much, but you never want to let that blame fall on one person. Popped up by number 15, Nick Carlini. LaFrance working around everybody. Back and forth, Heller looks for a shot. It's off the crossbar. As we said, a lot of the first half pressure was on Bantle. There really wasn't a whole lot directly on Boschman, but that was a big close call right there for Ethan Boschman. And now he'll send this one away. One hops past Luke Guire. Look at the speed on Addison Kennedy. He slides. And it's out of play on the Red Rocks with Ben Cameron in there. I mean, Addison Kennedy, that had to be maybe 100 feet behind him, and he caught up to him on pure speed alone. That's incredible. This is going to be sent away by Ben Cameron. Gets it in the air. Addison Kennedy goes flying. And Caladros, oh, that was a very close call. He was diving for that ball, and he came really close to the metal post out there. He dove head first. I think he also lost his footing. This is going to be a corner for Bordentown. Austin Thiel, he's had a couple of these tonight. He's going to send this one away. Thiel, straight away, headed, and it's no good. Bannell blocks it to the left. And a conglomerate of everybody in there keeps it scoreless. A lot of shots on goal here in the first 5 minutes of the second half, and a lot of pressure on both Boscheman and Bannell. Here comes a high flyer from Thiel. Gets it popped up. Goes over Preston Lewis. Hassan Kasich charging from the back. Look out in the fan section. Mr. Holmo's got that one. He makes the catch. Off the chest of George Heller, goes back to Homa. Looks like Kasich, I think, got a foot on that. Wasn't sure. Everything's happening all at once. This is a quick-moving sequence right here. Goes back down to Barrett Everett. Or excuse me, Everett Barrett. This broadcast is brought to you by Doug Does Anything, your local handyman. For any job needed, no matter how big or small, give Doug Does Anything a call, 856-412-0118. And again, if you are interested in being a sponsor of Dan Wilkins Broadcasting, sponsorship packages are available for as little as $150. We can film your commercial for $250 with that ad included in all DWB broadcasts with an annual average of over 50,000 viewers per year. We're approaching 1,300 subscribers on YouTube. Send me an email today if you're interested at thedanwilkinsshow@gmail.com. And if you just want to help out, we also accept donations on our Venmo at DW Broadcasting. So whether you're a small business owner or just a fan who wants to contribute to what we're all about, covering South Jersey high school sports, send something our way and we will 100% appreciate it. We appreciate more than just the fact that, you know, you guys are tuning in and making this possible for us. There have been so many opportunities that we've had in the past couple of years. It would not be possible without a lot of our great contributors to DWB. So again, thank you to everyone who has made us possible in the past 2 years. It's been excellent. Luke Guire sends the ball back into Audubon's possession with Nick Caladros and then RJ Homa. Caladros loses his footing. I don't know if it's something in the turf, but a lot of these guys have been losing their footing. You saw Austin Thiel slip and fall while he was on a free kick, but it hasn't rained in the past couple of days.
It did the other night.
Oh yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Did it yesterday?
I think it was yesterday.
Might have been yesterday, but still, that wasn't a heavy rain.
No, it wasn't, but cooler temperatures, it's not drying as good.
I guess so. Here comes a shot, and it's no good. Wide over the goalpost and over the crossbar. Stays in the ballpark, though. Yeah, Audubon closes the regular season on Friday versus the Sterling Silver Knights. We will not be there with our, as with our football commitments. But again, playoffs start Wednesday the 25th. And who Audubon plays is TBD, but we'll find out probably by Sunday, I would guess. I think that's about right. Pop up by Kasich. Comes a nice drop down by Thiel. It's out of play, and Blaise LaFrance goes down for a second there. Throw in from deep. Here comes the shot. No good. Blocked in front of the goalpost. After the throw in by Joe Klama. Dwyer pops it up, gets a shove off the back. Kassig defends off the chest. Stays in. Blocked by LaFrance, and that's out of play. Another throw in by Joseph Klama. Gets another one. Gonna be deja vu all over again. Pop up. Just missed over the crossbar with Bannell down. He got knocked down there and luckily gets back up, but yeah, that was, again, a lot of the pressure has been on Bannell. He's had to make a lot of saves in the games that he's been in goal this year. But Audubon has been in quite the heck of a spot. Popped up again. Here it's going to roll the other way. Wilkes is coming in. He's coming in like a dark horse, and oh man, just missed it. I think he also kind of lost his footing there. You can see he was starting to fall forward. And it's not even raining, that's the funny thing, but a lot of these guys are slipping around. And I don't know if it's just an anomaly or what it may be, but Addison Kennedy with a shot, no good. This one is going to stay in for now, but it goes out. And Ben Cameron gets the final say as that one goes out towards the corner.
Feel like we might be doing an overtime game again today.
Well, I don't know. I mean, there's still a half hour left, and we've had a lot of games that are scoreless at the first half, and then it kind of unravels at the end of that segment or into the second half. But here comes the throw in. Oh, so close, no good. Pop up by Heron. Going down with it and got a shot in the chest. He's on Kassig. Goes back the other way. Caladros gets it there with LaFrance in tow. Home on the far sideline. He's got room, gets blocked. Caladros again just past the center line. Bordentown trying to drive, trying to get it the other way with Addison Kennedy. He's got good speed, he's agile. Ben Cameron comes in below the waist and gets him twice. And it's out of play.
We have to get it together in the middle, let's go!
We're gonna call time here. There's a Audubon player down, or actually he gets back up now, but Hassan Kassig will get subbed out. Casey Cameron will be in, at least for a short period of time, and I think this is going to be a corner again for Austin Thiel. He's had a couple of these tonight. So Cameron in, Kassig, the Turkish midfielder, he is out. Austin Thiel, one of Bordentown's top scorers from this year in their 8-6-1 campaign, gets a line drive blocked by Casey Cameron, and that one will go back out of play, and they're going to do it again. Guess you could say he gets a rebound on that one. Try number 2. Gets a bit more height and a bit more distance on it, but not in the direction you want, and it goes over the crossbar out of play. Stand corrected, Austin Thiel is the leading goal scorer for the Scotties this year. 5 goals, 9 assists, 19 total points on the year. other top goal scorers as well. There's a lot of guys with 4 or 3 goals on the campaign. Everett Barrett has 3. So does Connor Fresco, Luke Guire, Riley Hagan. They all have 3. Anthony Grilletto, who is not in this game, has 4. Tyler Wilkins, see, that's going to be an offside. Time is called, and yeah, I think a fan's going to get in trouble here. And it's an Audubon fan, too. I don't even think the comment was that bad. Clock does stop, yes. It's a 26:31. Here comes a free kick from Bordentown. It's going to be sent away. Addison Kennedy with Ben Cameron. And he goes out of play. This might be another, yeah, it's going to be another, actually going to have subs come in first for Bordentown. Number 24, Marco Carlini, and Riley Hagan again. Out is number 27, Anthony Crisostomo and Addison Kennedy. Here comes the throw in from the corner, off the post and out of play. Yeah, Ethan Boschman this year, 54 saves in 12 games played. And after having 111 last year, averages 4.5 saves a game. And speaking of, there's number 55 for Boschman. Popped up.
Off now. Yeah, 1-2.
There comes a good chance. LaFrance gets tripped up. Well, I think the bottom line is the refs are not putting up with fan shenanigans, if you will.
Fan comments.
Yeah, they're not putting up with it.
No.
They warned somebody on the Bordentown side just like 10 minutes into the game, and that wasn't even the same guy.
No.
Both of them seem to be on the same page about that, which I can respect.
I think they're a little sensitive too, because the other game the other day was really bad.
Well, this isn't the same crew.
I know it. Well, the one guy is, yeah. That's the same guy from the other day.
Okay, well, you saw that and I did not, so.
Yeah. Because the last game was so brutal, I was waiting for the cops to show up.
Well, I don't know about that, but it was pretty intense.
Yes.
And there were a lot of comments in poor taste, but you know.
There was a lot of yelling in that last game. It's nowhere near that today.
Right. It's a lot more subdued. I've said it before and I'll say it again, you know, in the next 3 to 5 years, there's going to be hundreds of varsity games canceled because referees don't want to show up anymore.
Even the ref said it when he was angry. He's like, hey, do you want an application? Because we're going to need refs.
They're going to need people. Yeah. So more and more people are going to quit. And then varsity games are going to get canceled, and then people are going to wonder, why are varsity games getting canceled?
Right.
Because of no refs. Well, why are there no refs? Because people are acting in bad taste.
Yeah.
People just have to learn to appreciate the game.
I mean,
and no matter what side you're on.
Let's face it, whatever th're getting paid isn't really
no, it's
the
not.
job's sustainability.
No, it's not.
it's more of a volunteer.
Yeah, it's more of a side hustle, if you will, because yes, these guys are getting paid, but they're getting horrifically underpaid for the treatment that they're receiving.
Yeah. All right, back to the game. 22 minutes.
Yes, 22 minutes left in the second half. Hagen has it, and it's going to go out of play towards the Audubon sideline. Popped up. Wiltsey keeps it on the ground. Lets it fly, but that's wide left into the netting. Popped up over the middle, just over Anastasios, and off the head of Guire. That one's going to take a hop, and it goes to Mr. Heron on the sideline.
How much time you got? Yes, yes.
Bordentown's driving. Here comes a shot, and it goes wide to Bannell's right, off the leg of Tyler Kunkel. Casey Cameron, and a two-touch by Tyler Wiltsey. He's driving through, and that one is a high fly out to Ben Cameron on the defense. Gets the header, goes back out to LaFrance, takes a hop. Again, spikes the header into the ground. Austin Thiel popped up again. Ball is staying in the air. Hadn't touched the ground in like 10 seconds. Caladros gets it over Anastasios, goes back to Guire. Guire's got that big, bulky build, and he's going to send that one out of play. And we've got two subs coming in. Nico Natale of the Bronx and Sean Rizzi are in for the Green Wave. Casey Cameron and RJ Homa out for the Green Wave, and in for Bordentown is number 23, Jeremiah Paul. Or no, excuse me, that would be, sorry, number 27. Yeah, that would be number 27, Anthony Chrysostomo. And Chrysostomo getting the action right away with Addison Kennedy now. Caladros goes down. He wanted a call, didn't get it. And that one's going to go out of play. Caladros still down. He gets himself back up.
Let's go with it! Come on, White. Keep on, let's go, Bruce!
Tipped off of both of LaFrance and Heller's feet, and goes out of play after a big curve to the left. Coming in for the Scotties, the freshman Everett Barrett. Luke Guire getting subbed out here for Bordentown. And now going over for the throw will be Preston Lewis. Approximately 18:45 left in the second half. Again, the clock on the bottom of your screen is not official. Tries to be we try to make it our best approximation of what we think the time is, but including stoppages and extra time, there's no way to get it right for certain. I was going to say Bordentown's bringing it right back to the defense, trying to bring that ball the other way with Nick Carlini. Wiltsey's driving. Natale might be offsides. He is not, and sliding in. Ball is still in play. No whistle. Boscheman. No shot by Wiltsey. Blocked with LaFrance. Heron comes in from the midfield. He's got it. Going back and forth and giving Boscheman a lot of pressure here in the second half of the second half. fourth quarter, if you will. I remember when Northern Burlington played Audubon in September of last year, they actually did play quarters. They actually had hydration breaks every 13 minutes because if you remember, that first week of September was so hot. It was actually 101 degrees when Northern Burlington opened the season versus Audubon, and I didn't even do a post-game interview because I was so exhausted and I was just sitting down. That's all I was doing.
You got me exhausted just from doing the game.
Exactly, yeah. They did hydration breaks every 13 minutes. Caladros with a shove. That's going to be a foul, yeah. Oh, wow. I thought I was going to go the other way, but I guess not. So LaFrance is going to get the free kick after that call that honestly could have gone either way. I'm not sure. LaFrance will line this one up. He'll send it away. Gets the boot. Wide right. Over Rizzi, over everybody. Going back at it on the far sideline. Novratidis and number 12, Joe Klama. That goes down. Caladros with the header at midfield. About 16 minutes now left in regulation. We had a tie on Monday, and the momentum is just going nobody's way. It's staying even for the entire ball game. LaFrance out to Bannell. He's got it. Did you see that? He kept his feet on the line to stay in the box after running all the way to his left. That's an incredibly smart play there by Trent Bannell. And here comes a couple subs in for Bordentown. Luke Dwyer and number 6. That being Connor Oswari as well. He's getting in here. Throw from Bordentown goes to Caladros. Natale kind of gets a shoulder slap there. Natale has a chance here, keeps it on the ground, and it's out of play. Oh! Off the construction site. I don't know what that's called anymore, but out in no man's land out there. I mean, we've been covering soccer games here since 2021. We still don't know exactly what that is, except there's a radio tower over there. There's something that looks like a smokehouse where I get my brisket. I don't know. There's like a mobile home.
You had to say brisket, now I want brisket.
Oh my gosh. We'll get some after the game.
All right. We'll work for food.
The ambulances, it's all the whole borough stuff.
That's a liner right to Boseman. So what I'm being told by a fan to my left is that we... oh, hold on.
Oh my God!
So what I'm being told is that it's all the old and retired borough ambulances. And once this ball goes out of play, I'll direct my attention to it. Yeah, it'll be picked up there. You can see there's an old borough ambulance. There's a couple more construction, like backhoes back there. So I think it's all just the old borough dumping ground. But if you remember, we actually had a scare on Friday at the Haddon Heights Audubon game. There was a fan that got injured during the game, and it wasn't an Audubon ambulance because they don't have Audubon ambulances. They work with MEPRI now, the Mount Ephraim force.
Unfortunately, I know them very well.
Well, I think our entire family lineage does. With our history, but...
We need a second car. Maybe they'll sell us an ambulance.
Yeah, maybe. It'll be a storage unit.
I could kill two birds with one stone.
Bannell pops it up. About 12:45. Oh, wow, that one skipped off of the back, like kind of off the shoulder blade of Novratitis. That one's going to go to the right of Bannell. He gets taken out. And that's going to be a foul. But never mind. Yes, we do stop the clock because that is a yellow card. It'll be a yellow card on Bordentown. We had a plethora of yellow cards yesterday versus Haddon Township. And coming into the ball game is going to be number 20, Tyler Kunkel. Not sure who actually did get the card, but I'm sure he'll be reappearing shortly.
We're not the MLB. We don't have the refs mic'd up.
Yeah. Although that is a really nice addition that they made in the past couple of years. Especially considering that now in the playoffs, you have these calls that are really tough to make, so it's good to hear the full, unabridged explanation. One's popped up. But it works for all sports too. NHL refs have their mic. They've had mics for the past like 20 years, I think.
And they also use hand signals.
Right. The NFL, the refs as well. That was out of play. Jeez. I tried to make the save, no good. Look out. Back into play right away. Wilkins gets tripped up. He hangs on to it. Right at the center line. Rolling down the corner with Kennedy. Addison Kennedy on the post, no good. Now that one will go to the Red Rocks. This broadcast is brought to you by DJK Roofing, South Jersey's #1 roofing supplier, with over 200 five-star reviews on the web. Get a free quote today at 856-778-3900. Financing options are available. Just ask for Carmine. Yet another corner by Bordentown. You can see there.
We had so many corners.
Bordentown School District bus on the left side of your screen, so their JV game is done. Here comes a liner, goes wide, lateral to the goalpost. Blocked off the foot of number 4, Connor Fresco. Again, one of those Bordentown, midfielders and strikers who are kind of all tied for Bordentown's top scorer. But as we said, Austin Thiel is Bordentown's top scorer this year with 5 goals and a whopping 9 assists this year. There comes a liner. Oh, off the corner and no good. Bannell's going to go for it. And he'll send this one away out towards the far corner and out of play to the Bordentown sideline and into the rain garden. Oh, that was not just a crossbar shot, but also a post shot as well. Went into the far corner. Just under 10 minutes left in regulation. And somebody is bringing a boat.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's a big boat.
I think it's bigger than our
The
apartment.
boat's the size of a school bus. Oh my gosh. How many sponsorships do I have to sell to get that boat?
A lot.
Enough to cover the whole screen? Oh my goodness.
I'll be your personal chef, though.
Yes, I guess they're bringing the boat away for the season, but I just see it turning the corner and I'm like, oh my gosh. There's the corner. It's no good. George Heller gets that one in. Nick Caladros with the header, and that'll be a foul going the other way. Oh, they're turning around. I mean, seriously, that boat is the size of the school bus. Might actually be larger than the school bus.
Oh, they've got a wide load car going behind it.
Yeah, they've got one of those stickers that says oversized load on the back of it. It's quite fascinating. Natale sends one flying. towards the snack stand. And coming in is RJ Holma. Getting taken out is going to be... I'm not sure who's getting taken out there. Yeah, about 8 minutes there. I do remember back in August when we did the Stockton intramurals and we were covering some Audubon games down there. Actually, we'll hold on here. But yeah, when we were covering the Stockton intramurals, I remember because we were down in like the Atlantic City area down near the shore, I made a joke that said that ball's out to the starboard side. I was making port and starboard jokes all day, even though we were like 15 minutes from the shore. Still down in that wonderful area down in Galloway, in the Egg Harbor area. Here comes yet another corner and yet another one from Austin Thiel. Here comes a line drive over. Heron, Holma driving. He's got wide open spaces. It's going to be brought back out by the Bordentown defense. And that's going to be out of play to the Rain Gardens. Another sub coming in. Under 7 minutes left in regulation. It is interesting because, you know, Audubon scheduled a game versus Bordentown in baseball this year in May. Now they're playing them in soccer. I think they're playing them in basketball too. But we schedule one game versus them, and now almost every sport has a Bordentown game in its schedule. Must have a good connection with both ADs. I have no idea, but close call. But Trent Bannell takes that one in. Remember the rules. If this game goes to overtime, there are 2 10-minute periods before a tie is declared, which we had one last time. We had one Monday, but but a lot of teams, they take a tie to basically the same feeling as a loss, basically. Because what's more important than you tying the game is the fact that you didn't win. Bordentown wanted a foul there from Tyler Kunkel, who went flying. It's like Cirque du Soleil out here. Another trip up. Anastasios trying to bring it the other way. I was going to say, Tyler Wiltsey is ready to go in case he gets in that position, but Bordentown's been holding the possession for a while. With Addison Kennedy now, sets up a shot, it's wide, and over towards the grandstands on the far side of the field. About 5 minutes left in regulation. I remember Audubon had a string last year where a lot of games went to OT. I think there were 3 or 4 games that went to overtime. This was the first one that we did that went to overtime on Monday. And then they also won in OT over Gateway earlier this month. Headed, no good. That's out of play. Over towards number 24, Marco Carlini. Here comes the throw from Carlini. Lets it fly. Gonna be short. Heron almost kicked into somebody's ribs. Wiltsey, they've got to bring it back the other way. Bordentown's been controlling the possession as of late. This one's popped up. It's going to go back towards the goalpost. Who's got possession? And Bannell comes down with it.
Oh, really?
Remember, both teams have one tie this year. Bordentown, that being versus Riverside, a 1-1 tie. Again, in a game that Audubon beat Riverside 4-0 back in the second week of September. That one comes down. Four minutes. Actually, for us, it's closer to 3:20, but again, that clock is unofficial, so They're saying 4 minutes. We've got 4 minutes. They've got to play up tempo, especially in a 0-0 game. It's not like no team has had the momentum. I mean, really, no team has had the momentum tonight so far. Caladros, I don't know where they're going to send that. Ben Cameron goes to midfield. Natale coming in. Keeps it on the ground. Caladros letting it go. It's going to hug the line. Stays in play. For Cristostomo. Stas gets it off his face. And for the first time in a while, Ethan Boschman takes one in. Boschman sends a line drive just over the center line. Whole bunch of folks coming in here. Wiltsey, he's got a drive. He's over to the left. He swings around, gets blocked. Ball spinning in no man's land, sends it the other way. Caladros towards the corner, and he sends that one out into the fan area. 2 more subs coming in for Bordentown here with under 2 minutes remaining unofficially. Riley Hagan and Connor number 14. That being Faye Olarasula. He's going to come in and he's going to try to throw this in. Faye will throw it in. That goes out. It's going to be a goal kick here. Running out of time here in the second half. And another sub coming in. This time it being number 2, Addison Kennedy. He's kind of been Bordentown's Tyler Wiltsey, if you will. The fact that he's an incredibly quick runner, gets the ball efficiently off the foot. Problem is that nobody scored. Nobody has scored in the first 78 minutes of this game. Ben Cameron blocks it in front of the goal in the box. Sent up from the defense. McGuire trying to come in. Goes back to LaFrance. If somebody's going to win this game, it's got to be somebody. Natale keeps it in. Great footwork there. Just a couple of inches from going out. France gets a collision with number 22, Tyler Kunkel. Or I'm sorry, Preston Lewis. That one goes out towards the far sideline. Just a little bit too much power on it. Our clock has hit 0. We will see how much extra time they're going to get before they blow the whistle. 0-0 score between Bordentown and Audubon. And speaking of, 80 minutes do not determine a winner. We will be right back with the first overtime from the Green Wave Park. We'll be right back. 80 minutes could not decide a winner. We'll see if another 10 or so can decide it. 0-0 ball game. Audubon and Bordentown with a awful sun glare coming down here at the Green Wave turf. It is a beautiful night, but man, that sun is getting bad out there. About 5:43 p.m. and it's going to be another 10 minutes to decide this one here between the Audubon Green Wave and the Bordentown Scotties right here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. A lot of the youth soccer clubs are here. Oh yes, yes. There is a batting cage behind that, or in that shed.
I was wondering why I was hearing batting.
Yeah, some of the softball players practicing there from time to time.
Awesome. We needed that. That's great.
Well, yeah, we've got 10 minutes of overtime here in Audubon. We're underway. Third game this year for the Green Wave to reach the overtime period. Second one in a row. That one sent away. Addison Kennedy with some room. Heller sends it over midfield. Back to number 12, Joseph Klama. Klama sends this one towards the far sideline. Comes out of play. Don't forget, folks, our next broadcast will be Friday, October the 20th, with our fan vote game for DWB football. The Pennsville Eagles and the Pittman Panthers face off from Davis Field as we close out the regular season of DWB football. After that, Saturday, October 21st, is also one of our fan vote games, Audubon and Paulsboro, from the Paulsboro High School at 12:30 p.m. Popped up. Going out for it. This one has a chance. It's no good. Homa has to cross directions. It's out of play. Got out at the last second. With Anthony Crisostomo on that possession as well. Gets the boot. Going head to head, literally. Fair passes it.
Quickly! Hey, on Addison.
I always try to stay quiet during that part just for the sounds of the game, but here comes a shot of the game from Kennedy. No foul and no good. Wow. I'm going to be out of play. One wants it to go the other way, one wants it to go the other way. Here comes the throw from Luke Guire. That's a tough decision right there. Homa, especially in such a crucial part of the game, and goes out. Terry Herron trying to charge. He's outmatched though. Here comes a shot from Kennedy. Bannell with the save. Man. Here comes a pop-up off the chest of Wiltsey. Homa goes through the legs, out of play. I think the sun is finally going beyond the horizon, and actually the lights are coming out here Usually I don't see the lights turning on for a regular season game, but somebody decided to flip the switch because it's getting late. The sun's going down earlier. Liner from Ben Cameron. Oh, geez, that's big with Kennedy and Caladros tangled up. LaFrance goes with a high flyer. Oh, and man, that was a close call there. Luke Guire had everything going for him, but then the kick was just a little bit placed off, and it goes to the right and out of play. Natale with the header. Wiltsey's going to try to send this one back the other way, but it goes back to Bordentown's number 12, Joseph Klama. He's had a couple shots on goal this afternoon.
Yeah, I'm going to suck it up.
Everybody's flying in here. Tough defense for the past 5 minutes. Heron with the interception. Goes back to the center line with Heller. And it goes right back to Bordentown. Anastasios tried to cross him up. It's deflected in the air. Caladros with the header. Wiltsey's got it. Now he's got to turn on the Jets. He's quick and nimble. Where's he going to go? He's got a lot of white and black on him, and that's going to be taken away. He had a good shot there, but how many more times is he going to get that opportunity? About 4.5 minutes here in the first overtime. Addison Kennedy trying to drive through. They're going to get another shot. And they do not. It's just past the goal. Tyler Kunkel will come in for the Scotties. Coming out is number 24, Marco Carlini, one half of the Carlini brothers. And it looks like this is going to be a corner for Austin Thiel. Obviously, with the 0-0 score on the lower third of your screen, none of anybody's corners have been successful tonight, but they're going to try to make it the first. That one's popped up. Look out, Tomasetti. That one's headed for the rain garden. And here comes the throw from Bordentown. Popped up. Daniel tried to go out. He's outside of the goal. And Audubon's going to try to send this back the other way. Here comes the shot from Guire. Or, excuse me, from Crisostomo. Or Crisostomo. That one's out of play. Ben Cameron to send this one away. Low angle gets past Novratitis, and like Thomas said, he picks it up on the far sideline. See, he's still got the soccer skills left in him.
Yeah.
Audubon wanted a handball. They don't get it. Bordentown trying to drive. Fair on the ground, stays back up. Wiltsey's got a breakaway. Leads with the shoulder. Still going back and forth. Remember, even if there's no scoring here, we could still have a second overtime. And LaFrance goes for a tumble, and that's going to go back the other way for a Bordentown foul. 2 minutes.
2-minute warning.
Wiltsey keeps it on the ground. Trying to work overtime here, literally. Sent away. Addison Kennedy again. He had the ball for most of this overtime period. Here comes a shot right to Banel. He'll run out. Sends it away right before the yellow line. Guire's got it. Goes over Crisostomo. Novratitis. Working around himself. Keeps it on the ground off the back foot of Heller with an unfortunate slip up.
But Natale keeps the possession alive for Audubon. He's still driving. Dwyer gets it in the air. I mean, this is just one of those games where it's so close that really nobody can get ahead. There's been, shot on goal after shot on goal, but nobody's been able to get it in because of the incredible defense on both sides. This has been a classic, to say the least. Somebody lost a shin guard. You can see it out there on the far sideline. Comes out of play. I don't know whose that is, but you can see right there. Somebody lost something. A shin guard, I think that is. Not sure whose that is, but heart's racing over here. But about 30 seconds left in the first overtime. Are they going to set up a corner? They're taking their time, I'll tell you that much. But remember, after that whistle blows, the momentum completely changes. This is going to be a free kick by Bordentown. Sent away. Headed by Kennedy, no good, to the right of Bannold. Less than 10 left, remember, unofficially. And there you go. First overtime over, one more to play. We'll see if we either have a winner today or two ties in two games for the Audubon Green Wave. We will take one more quick break here from the Green Wave turf. Even 90 minutes couldn't decide this one. At least it's not as cold as it was Monday, so it's a bit more tolerable, but we'll be right back. Tommy D's Home Design Center has opened a second location on Creek Road in Belmar, operating in Philadelphia for over 25 years and now expanding into South Jersey. Tommy D's is the place to go for kitchen cabinets, countertops, and cabinet accessories, heavily discounted compared to big box retailers. Stop in, take a seat, and watch as our experienced kitchen designer makes the kitchen of your dreams right in front of you. Tommy D's is the best in the business for quality kitchen countertops and cabinets that fit all budgets. Call us today at 856-210-9504 or visit the new location in person on the corner of Creek Road and Harding Avenue in Belmar next to the 42 on-ramp. I was going to say, I thought you were the 11th man.
I'd be the 12th man.
I was going to say, I thought you were playing striker.
I'd be a detriment to the team.
90 minutes couldn't decide this one. Another 10 will be the ultimatum between Bordentown and Audubon.
Bannold is still fired up.
Yeah. I don't know how he does it.
I don't either. I want some of that.
I don't know how he's still got vocal cords, but Bordentown and Audubon knotted up at 0. 10-minute left. That's going to start out right away with it going to the far corner, and it's out of play for Zach Fayer. It's going to be a throw-in for Fayer, and that one goes out to the Bordentown sideline. The sun is really low, but at least it's gone behind the trees, so it's mostly out of our view. George Heller picks up the possession. Nico Natale, he's got great footwork. He's going to pass it back to the freshman Navratidis. LaFrance gets it in the air, passes it back down to Preston Lewis. It's out of play. Throw in by Bordentown. Trying to stay on his feet and successful at it is Austin Thiel. Navratidis driving. Remember, the goalies switch for the first and second overtime. So Boscheman is now in the goalpost to our left. Bandel's in the goalpost to the right. Both of them wearing bright yellow, which does not help me. I know Bandel on Monday's game was wearing bright pink, but he switched it out for today. Blaise LaFrance from the corner with about 8:15 left in the second OT. Here we go. Low flyer. Gets it almost just to the side of Boscheman. Not sure who was in the middle of that who got the shot off, but it's no good, and we remain 0-0.
Come on, get out of there! Get out of there!
Nico Natale, wow. Getting high in the air, and LaFrance, kind of landed a little awkwardly on that foot. That one's out. This one's going to be set by Boscheman. Ben Cameron towards the corner and out of play.
Do it now. Let's go. Come on, Joe.
Bordentown's trying to bury it right now.
Big throw, Joe. Big throw.
6 p.m. We're just surpassed the 2-hour mark on this game.
About 45 minutes.
And past the 2:15 mark on this broadcast. Here comes the throw, just off the line, pops straight up. Here comes the header. Bandel goes in again. There's a third try. And that's going to roll to Bandel.
6.5 more minutes of agony on both sides.
That's exactly what it is. 6.5.
Bordentown with another chance. Addison Kennedy passes it along towards Marco Carlini. Carlini with a shot. Terry Herron gives himself up for the takeaway off the header. Second game in a row, and the third this season that's gone to a second overtime, and that's going to be a foul, and it will be on Audubon. I mean, don't hold your breath. I mean, we've still got 5, maybe 6 minutes left. And we'll see where they set this one up at the spot of the foul for the free kick by Tyler Kunkel.
Let's go, Tyler!
Here we go. Tyler Kunkel keeps it on the ground on a line drive. Kennedy almost got a foot on it, but it goes back to the Bordentown backfield. Bandel's going to have to field it right in front of him. He waits for a chance, gets the kickoff. Natale almost went flying, but the ball did. And that'll go out after Joseph Klama and Natale got together. Sub coming in. Sean Rizzi out. R.J. Homa in. Both of these teams looking to bury the game as quick as possible. LaFrance, stutter steps, will throw it back towards Bordentown, and it goes back to Luke Guire.
Come on, roll over. Come on.
Ben Cameron working towards the corner. The youth crowd, they're loving it. Anastasios to Natale, to Wiltsey. Wiltsey driving in the middle of a Bordentown sandwich, and it's offside. And some Audubon players with their hands over their heads, and I think I'm the same way. I can't believe 2 games in a row have gotten this far. Everybody's scrambling to get in their right spots for the free kick by LaFrance. 3:45 and counting. Audubon looking for their 12th win of the year. Everybody trying to get set up to see where Audubon's offense is. Here we go. Whistle blows. LaFrance goes. Keeps it on the ground. Wiltsey gets a chance. It's going to go to Homa. It's going to go back to Caladros. He tries to slide to keep it in play. He does not. Wiltsey's got another chance. Wiltsey breaking away. Natale's got it again. Going to slide towards the near sideline. LaFrance trying to keep it in. He does. Goes past Thiel. And it's out. Just got off the foot on an awkward angle of Marco Carlini. Throw from LaFrance. Gets off of a Scotty foot. Heron on the ground. LaFrance off the upper chest of Wiltsey. A war of attrition in the last 2.5 minutes, which have felt like an hour. Navratides brings it down, goes back to Guire. Goes back to number 10. Everett Barrett stays on the ground, and Bannell's got it. Energy fuels this team, and you're seeing it in full display right here. Nico Natale goes for a flight, and Tyler Wiltsey does as well, and there's a foul. And hold on, we're going to stop the clock. Stop the clock at 2:02. It's going to be a yellow card on Bordentown's number 12, Joseph Klama. I was almost surprised that Trent didn't get one as well. He was calling for a red card. I mean, either way, it's still a card, and either way, Blaise LaFrance, as if another case of deja vu, he's going to get another chance. But Trent's got to be careful, because if he got carded, you've got to have another goalkeeper ready to suit up for at least one play, for at least one possession. Jason Zablau giving positioning directions. We'll see if LaFrance does similar to what he did on the first free kick, just outside of the box. 2 minutes left. Whistle blows. Sends it straight away, and it's gonna go. Hold on. No, never mind. No, I don't. Hold on. No, it did not go. It did not go. Because that's going to be a goal kick from Boscheman. I was so confused. I didn't know what called him.
It hit the outside.
Yeah, that's what I thought happened. They might have another chance, though. I mean, man, how close we were. It's getting dark. Another collision. Caladros. Bannell sends it away out to the far sideline and into the rain garden. Somebody's got to get that ball quick. With 1 minute unofficially in this game. There's no PKs in the regular season. It's taken in by Bannell. Audubon will go to 11-4-2 Bordentown would go to 8-6-2. Both teams having their second tie this week. Wiltsey gets thrown around. That's going to be a foul. We'll see what they get here. And now they're going to stop the clock. It's going to be 38.9. And it's going to be a yellow card again on Bordentown. This time on Preston Lewis. LaFrance just a couple of feet outside of the sideline. With about 40 seconds left. 33 seconds on the clock. Remember, there's no extra time in the overtime. When it's done, it's done. Audubon plays Sterling on Friday to close out the regular season. Here comes a line drive. It's headed, gets taken away. 30 seconds on the clock. Homa sends it down, gets it a line drive right to Boscheman. And that might be the final nail that Bordentown needed to keep this game 0-0 at the end of it all. They're going to try to drive it the other way. It's going to go out to Bannell, but they've got to play up tempo here because they are going to be running out of time.
5 seconds.
In about 5 seconds. And that will do it. For the second day, or for the second game in a row, the Green Wave come up not victorious, but not in the loss column either. I never know how to feel about ties, but it's the second one in a row for the Green Wave, and it's the second one for both teams this week. Bordentown tied Riverside 1-1, Haddon Township tied Audubon 1-1. And even though no goals were scored, an excellent game nonetheless, the second one in this week to go all the way and to end up with nobody as the winner. Folks, this is our last regular season broadcast of the year for Audubon Green Wave Soccer. If you're an Audubon Green Wave Soccer fan, tune in on Wednesday, October 25th for the first round of the NJSIAA South Jersey Group 1 playoffs. And if you, no matter what side you're on, make sure to follow us on social media, on Twitter/X at DW Broadcasting, on our Instagram at DW Broadcasting. And of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. That's where you can also find us on Facebook. Make sure to like our page, retweet our stuff, follow us on Instagram, do whatever you need to do to support Dan Wilkins Broadcasting, because we sure as heck need it. Big thanks to everybody for making this a successful regular season here on DWB. Hey, thank you very much. That will be all for us today. From everybody here at Dan Wilkins Broadcasting, my social media coordinator, Anthony DePalma, our graphics crew, Gavin Van Rel, Caleb Lane, and Liam Nolan, and my wonderful producer, Donna Wilkins, myself, Daniel Wilkins. We will see you Friday, Pennsville versus Pittman, South Jersey football to close out the regular season, and Audubon-Paulsboro on Saturday. A 0-0 tie ends this one, and it ends the regular season for us on DWB. We'll be right back. Or excuse me, no, we will not be right back. We will be back Friday. We'll see you.